Now we are going to study about Fayol's principles of management. See, he gave all the principles of managers' work, okay, all the principles of managerial efficiency and theory of scientific organization of labor. He was a French mining engineer, we know that, and he is known as the father of general management. Taylor was known as the father of scientific management, okay, and he also gave the functions of management, but they are pretty different from what we use now. So he gave plan, organize, command, coordinate, and control. Okay, we know it's planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Okay, so now let us study about Fayol's principles. There are 14 principles given by Fayol. The first one is division of work. See, it means to divide work into small bits and pieces. Okay, not only factory work but also technical work, managerial work. What will it lead to? Lead to specialization and efficiency. It leads efficiency. How will it lead to specialization? Because we'll divide work on the basis of qualification. Who will be good in what, will give them that work. And continuously, if you give the one person to say polish shoes, then he'll become so pro at polishing shoes that it'll just be on his tips. So like that, it's division of work, which will lead to specialization, because you'll give the repeated work to a person again and again, and it will also increase efficiency, because ultimately the person whom you'll give that work will become expert in it, and it will lead to less wastage, so it will also increase efficiency. Next is authority and responsibility. What is authority? Authority is the power to take a decision, and responsibility is the obligation to complete a job within the assigned authority. Okay, now see, if we only give them more authority and we do not give them responsibility, then the results will be negative. If we give managers more authority, then results will be negative and they will misuse their power. And if you only give them responsibility but you do not give them the authority to complete that task, then that work will be left incomplete. So you have to give them proper balanced authority, and along with that the responsibility also. Now see, a manager should have the right to punish a subordinate for not obeying an order, okay, but only after the subordinate is given enough chance to present his case why was he not able to do that. Next is discipline. Discipline means obedience to all the organization's rules, employment agreement, everything that's important for the organization. Okay, discipline requires good supervisors, clear and complete agreement, and penalties if you're doing any kind of faults. Okay, so if you maintain discipline, then the work will be systematic and the efficiency will definitely increase. Next principle given by him was unity of command, which means one subordinate should receive order from and be accountable to only one boss. Means one person should only have one boss, okay, above him or her. So the positive effect of this will be there will be no confusion, okay, that what to do. I'll listen to this boss or I'll listen to this boss. There'll be no ego clash if two boss are giving orders and this has to listen to both the boss, and there will be ego clash if he listens to his and not to his. So there will be no ego clash if there's unity of command. There will be effectiveness, okay. Now, if unity of command is violated, then subordinate will get a chance to escape from his responsibility by giving excuses. Authority is going to undermine, discipline is going to be violated, and the complete order is going to be disturbed. Look, unity of command only affects an individual, okay, not the entire organization. Because as an individual, you'll face problem if you'll receive orders from two or more people. Now see, unity of direction means one unit should have one head and one plan. Okay, one department which is going to do this work should have one head and should only have one plan. If there's two plans, then there should be two departments formed to complete both the plans, okay, simultaneously. Now see, what will be the positive effect? We will achieve the goal fast. Efforts of all the employees will be unified in one particular direction of that department. Coordination will be there. There will be no overlapping or chaos of work. And unity of direction is going to affect the entire organization. Next, subordination of individual interest to general interest means larger interest of the workers, stakeholders are more important than the interest of any one person. Okay, so you should give more bow to the interest of the entire organization than your personal interest. And a manager can ensure this by his exemplary behavior, okay. And the positive effects of this will be that we will achieve the organization's goal. Coordination will be there, okay, between everyone. The next, remuneration of employees. Remuneration means salary. So the overall pay and compensation of employees should be fair and just to both the employees and the organization. Like, it should be reasonable so that at least they can have a normal standard of living. They can live above the poverty line, okay. a reasonable standard of living, and if they give them good remuneration, good salary, it will lead to good relationships between the workers and the managers. Okay, and the paying should also be the salary should also be within the paying capacity of the enterprise. Not like if the enterprising is earning 1 lakh, then 95,000 it's distributing as the salary only. Okay, and it should be according to the minimum wages act defined by the government also. A centralization and decentralization. Centralization means centralizing the power in few hands at the top level. Like if this is an organization, then only the top level is supposed to take all the decisions. Okay, whereas decentralization means evenly distribution of power at each and every level. But we need to keep a balance between centralization and decentralization. Look, like the government of India is decentralized also. Like all the panchayats have the authority to use their own funds in the manner that they want to use. The state government, there's panchayats, there's not only a central government. So if there would be only a central government, it would be centralization only. Okay, so look, there should be centralization and decentralization both. The all the units, everyone should have the power to take the decision, but the main decision should be taken by the manager at the top level. The final authority should be with him. Okay, it will lead to faster decision at the operational level, means at the lower level, and strict control by the top level also, so that nothing wrong is happening. Okay, the next is scalar chain. What is scalar chain? Scalar chain is the formal line of authority from the highest to the lowest level. So see, if any information has to go from this person to this person, so this person should not directly communicate this person. This person should communicate this should communicate this, and then the information will go till here. Okay, so nobody should be left. This chain should not be violated during the normal course of business, and this will ensure that there's no communication gap between anyone and the information is flowing systematically. But if there's an emergency condition, okay, where D needs to communicate with N, now if we'll communicate with B, A, D, and everyone, then it'll be too late, and maybe the situation will go out of control. So only those emergency conditions, gangplank can be used, and D can directly communicate with N. Okay, but only in emergency situations can we use shortcuts. Okay, in that anybody can communicate with anybody only if it's an emergency. Next, order. Order basically means orderliness. Okay, obeying orderliness means man and material. Okay, both should have suitable places for everything. Like everyone should have their own cabin. If it's a manager and you don't know where he'll be, if you'll have to find him, okay, you'll keep looking in the entire company. So everyone should have a particular place. If it's a tool, there should be a particular place to keep that tool in an organization. There should be a particular cabin of a manager in that organization. Okay, there should be fixed place for anything, and it will ensure there's no hindrance of activity in business, there's no wastage of time, and there's systematic and smooth functioning. It will also increase productivity and efficiency if there's proper orderliness in the organization. Next, 11th, equity. What does equity means? Equity means kind, just, and fair treatment to all the employees. Okay, it does not mean equal salary to all the employees, because definitely you will give salary on the basis of how much they're working, what are their qualifications. Okay, but it means that there should be no discrimination against anyone on the basis of religion, sex, language, caste. It will ensure the loyalty and the devotion of all the employees in the organization. Employees will be satisfied. Okay. Like stability of tenure. You should not continuously change your employees. Today you employed this person, next you employed another person. An employee should be stable in your organization. Okay, employee turnover should be minimized to maintain the organizational efficiency. Okay, now see, the selection of people should be a rigorous procedure. Means they should be properly scientifically selected, but then they should be given job security. They should be given enough time to prove themselves, to show their results. Otherwise they'll have insecurity. If they will be stable, then they will have belongingness to the organization, and they'll want to work for that organization. They'll get connected to the organization. Initiative means taking the first step with self motivation. So workers should be motivated to take the first step themselves. Okay, means to make new plans, not make new plans exactly, but yeah, to give new suggestions. Okay, but it does not at all means obedience to the seniors. It just means giving a different way. Okay, just suggesting it, and if the senior likes it, then the senior should also, reward the employee if the suggestion is very good. Okay, so that is initiative. Now, Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps means to promote team spirit, harmony, and unity within the organization. This will bring coordination and cooperation in the organization if Esprit de Corps is followed. Okay, a manager should replace I with we in an organization, and if Esprit de Corps is followed, then there will be mutual trust between everyone, and there will be belongingness in the organization, and the need to use penalties will be minimized itself if Esprit de Corps is followed.